Welcome back to the Relius Reviews. My name is Terrell. Today's video is focused on 2021's movie Nobody. And the synopsis of the movie is a bystander who intervenes to help a woman that's being harassed on the bus by a group of men becomes the target of a vengeful drug lord. And I've seen the trailer and everything, and I will probably have to say this is probably one of the coolest movies that I've seen so far this year. Like, you have action, you have just a whole bunch of action and everything. The movie stars Bob Odenkirk, Connie Nielsen, Christopher Lloyd, the RZA from Wu-Tang Clan, and a bunch of more actors. I thought the movie was pretty good, and here's my honest opinion on the movie. What I like first and foremost about the movie was that I thought that the characters in this movie I felt that like most of them were like written pretty well. I thought that the main character was like written pretty well and everything. Nobody, as you just think that he's just like a boring individual, but as the movie like kept going forward, you get to find out more about his life and past. And whenever people that knew about his past, and you would see how they would react, or the tattoo that he had on his hands. But for the meantime, I felt that most of the characters were written pretty well. I felt that the acting as well was done pretty good, as I didn't find none of the acting like cringeworthy or just out of the ordinary, like shocking and like in a bad way. What I also enjoyed about this movie would be all of the action scenes. I felt like this movie had a lot, and I do mean a lot of action scenes. Some good, some being extremely out of the ordinary, some like crazy, like dang. And I just felt like this movie had good action. What I also liked about this movie would probably be maybe the beginning of the movie, like how the movie starts off, as it shows you like the type of life that Mr. Nobody is living in, as he is going through somewhat of a cycle every day, basically doing the same things with no minimum differences. It is then until he suffers a break-in in his house where he really doesn't do anything, and his little girl is missing a item of hers, and that's when he decides to become bat crazy. You know what I mean. I thought that was like a good touch, because it just shows you that there are many people right now being that's stuck in a cycle of like doing like the same things every single day with no changes, and how it could be awful. What I didn't probably like about this movie would maybe have to be, I don't think there was really nothing that bad about the movie, to be honest. I probably wanted to know maybe who was the phone call by the end of the movie, as you saw Nobody's face that he did not look too happy, as like who was that about? Like what was that all about? Maybe another thing I didn't like about this movie was probably because it definitely had like a lot of inspiration from John Wick. Like, if you've seen the movies John Wick and all the other movies in that series, you could tell that Nobody definitely took inspiration from John Wick. Not all the time, but in some aspects you can see with some of the scenes, like in some, not all of the movie, but some of the movie, you can tell that Nobody had a lot of inspirations from John Wick. And if John Wick and Mr. Nobody were to ever team up, I could see that they would do some serious, and I do mean some serious damage. Like, the amount of chaos and bodies that Mr. Nobody caught in this movie was crazy. Like, that would be a lethal team, to be honest. But this movie was enjoyable to watch. I felt that the action scenes were good. I wasn't bored of it. I actually wanted more of it and everything, because it was really crazy. The characters were cool. Acting was cool. I think that the music choice for this movies and some of the scenes were definitely done pretty well. And all of all, how I would rate this movie out of like 5 stars, I would probably give Nobody 2021 3.5 stars out of 5. Like, it's really good. I enjoyed it a lot. And if they were to do a sequel, I don't know if that would be a good idea, because I don't know, but Yeah, this movie was good. If you haven't seen it yet, it should be now on streaming services or on the other apps that you know of. You know what I'm talking about. But thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment. And until next time, goodbye.